Career is a destination, and to reach yours, you should invest in your short and long-term plans. On the occasion of the International Careers Day, I would like to thank the University of Manchester and HCRI for giving this great opportunity to participate in this event. My name is Rayana Shadoud from Syria, and I'm glad to be an HCRI alumni and a humanitarian worker. Talking about my career, I have been working in the humanitarian field since 2014. Currently, I work as a protection associate at the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. My current job role is child protection and psychosocial support coordinator, and I cover 3 different governorates in the northeastern part of Syria, where we have a mix of refugees, asylum seekers, returnees, and internally displaced population. We also work in both camps and urban settings. It's a very unique context, and I'm so happy to have the chance to work in this operation. Just to brief you on my academic background and my career development. Before the start of the war in my country, I dreamed to be a civil engineer. I studied civil engineering and graduated in 2014. After my graduation and even during my university days, I saw the great impact of the war on my country. I noticed the vast scale of protection needs across Syria. This is why I decided to help. I volunteered for one of the national humanitarian organizations in my home city. I was working in the child protection program. I was doing some recreational activities, social events, case management, family reunification. During my voluntary work, I noticed the great impact of the humanitarian work on people's life. I saw how each one of us can make a difference, how each one of us can help a child to return back to school, or to enjoy their right to play, or to be reunified with their families. And that was the turning point of my life. I decided to change my career and to be a humanitarian worker. Then I started investing in my plans and in my career path. I started doing trainings, workshops, reading more about humanitarian work, child protection, about international law, human rights. Within 1 year, I promoted to be the child protection coordinator at that organization. Later, I became the protection coordinator, covering different protection areas, including child protection, education, psychosocial support, and sexual and gender-based violence. In 2016, the situation in my home city became more stable, with less displacement movements. Within the same year, we had an emergency in the northeastern part of Syria. Thousands of Iraqi refugees fled Iraq towards Syria, fleeing war and violence. Besides that, we had the internal displacements which were taking place from different parts of Syria towards the north. There was a need for humanitarian workers. I applied for the United Nations and I moved to the north. It's around 1,300 kilometers far from my home. I took the adventure and I moved there. I worked in emergency situation for around 3 years. We were helping displaced people to cope with their new situation, reduce their vulnerability, enhance their resilience. After around 3 years, the situation became a little bit better. I had the chance to take a leave and to do my master's degree. That was also part of my plan, because to achieve a successful career, you should have both the practical experience and the academic background. I went to the UK. I studied humanitarianism and conflict response, in which I learned more about different aspects of humanitarian work. I learned how to link theories with practice, how to build stronger reports, stronger case studies. In that master, I expanded my professional networks. I met people from all over the world. I learned from their experience. I exchanged information and knowledge with them. It was a very good investment in my career path. I returned back to my country with a very solid academic background and more skills. So I would like to talk about maintaining mental health and well-being. Working in war zones, in emergencies, it's not an easy thing to do. You work under pressure, you deal with the very vulnerable cases, civil ones. You hear bad stories every day. You go back to your home with all these negative feelings and emotions. But for sure you can overcome this challenge. There are so many techniques to build your self-protection mechanisms, and you can learn more about these mechanisms and how to apply them. As a general advice, I would say, believe in yourself, follow your passion, and invest in your plans. And then you will reach your destination and you will achieve your goals. And I wish you a very successful career.